Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Underhood Show presented by Mel Hambelton Ford. My name is Phil Nightingale, and what's your name again?
Kelly Hamilton. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Josh is off having fun with his kids on spring break, so I asked Kelly to fill in, and we'll see how this goes. There might be a little jab or two here and there, but
I couldn't imagine.
We got the Halstead boys going today. We got our blue on, Kelly.
Yep.
I didn't send out the memo about the blue, so what's the deal?
Well, I know I have to wear the blue in here because of the old
yeah,
green
you get in Gus trouble if you have black on.
I don't want to be the floating head.
Yeah. Hey, it's a call-in show, 316-462-3673. Anything ailing your car, tires, brakes, batteries, but that's really what we're going to talk about today is tires. And Kelly, for each and every caller that calls in, not on the chat line, but calls in on this phone and asks a question, I don't care what it is, anything in the automobile world, but you really ought to call in and talk about our buy three, get the fourth tire for $1 to the end of the month. And it's a heck of a deal you don't want to miss out on. So, Kelly, what's in the package if they all call in? Oh, I stumped him.
Oh, I'll let you handle that. I was going over these rules here real quick. I got to do
all right, here we go. It's the works package, which is our oil change, tire rotation, topping off all your fluids, and getting a certified technician to do a multi-point inspection, which there's no value that you can ever put on that because it could be worth all kinds of money from that part. But this package is over $205, not including whatever you figure the value is of that multi-point inspection. So it's the works package with multi-blend synthetic oil, good Motorcraft quality oil, a quality filter. We're going to top off your fluids, rotate the tires, and you're going to get nitrogen for your tires. It was also our package. You're going to get $10 to spend in Mel's Diner. And I'm telling you, Brandon and his crew over there does a great job with lunch, breakfast, has all kinds of snacks there for you. Also, $10 put in your Ford Pass Rewards account. And also our great partner at BG Products, we're going to give you a can of MOA. MOA to put in your oil, and also a can of 44K to put in your gas tank to help clean up that fuel system. I think I got it.
That's what I was going to say.
Yes, sir. Whatever. Okay, so we kicked off it was Monday. The buy three, get the fourth tire for $1. And, Kelly, I've been involved with Ford when they make these decisions to do this, and they call me to get my opinion on when to do it, when not to do it, what to do, and all that kind of stuff. And here's what I'm going to tell you is when we put this out there, we don't go raise the price of the tire to offset that deal, okay? Now, I will tell you that we have proof of other manufacturers that do that. They go out about a month before. They do their buy three, get one free, or four for $1, or whatever they do. They raise their prices to help offset that cost. That doesn't happen with Ford or here at Mel Hambelton Ford. We didn't raise our prices of the first three tires and then take it to be able to offset that money. It's our normal pricing, and you'll see that when this goes away on April the 1st, when it's over, our prices stay the same. We didn't bring them back down or anything stupid like that, part two. But the other thing best about this is 17 different models of tires to choose from.
16.
We've been telling everybody 17. I think you're
16.
They kicked something out of the program.
They did.
Some of the manufacturers didn't want to participate.
Correct.
Is that what it stands for?
Yes. Yeah. I got
so 16. So, Kelly, here's what I always, when I'm trading for cars and we look at whether we're going to replace the tires, which 99% of the time we put new tires on our used cars, it blows me away that these cars show up, or these trucks or these high-end SUVs, and they've got the wrong tire.
Mm-hmm.
They've got the right size, but the application is totally wrong. So let's get into that a little bit too, so people understand that. I know we've talked about it on many other shows, but it's crucial. You can't just put back in my day when I was hand busting tires and hardly break them down because I wasn't small enough to break the deal. We had a G6015 or that kind of thing, and it didn't really matter that much.
Right.
But boy, today you can have one size of tire, but you're going to have 10 to 15 different applications.
Yep. They had to change them a lot when they stopped using wood to make the wheels out of. Right after.
Nice. Right. Delbert is joining us. Delbert, I wish he's a little closer. Going to have you take care of my light work over on the right hand side.
Phil's right on a couple of points there that I wanted to hit on. Number one is the pricing. There's so much out there that is promise this, promise that, and they don't show up. Or, it looks like a good deal on the front half, but when you get to looking into it, there's all sorts wrong with it or whatever, or they're manipulating their pricing and stuff like that. And this program, it couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, I've got a couple of repair orders here that I brought in. there's one on here that is a $367 discount this customer saved off a set of 4 tires. I've got another one here that is
Okay, let's talk about that $374 savings. That's from basically that's what the price of the 4th tire would have been, correct?
So that's the other thing about this program. Everything's stackable. So if you have manufacturer rebates, first responder discounts, military discount.
We got to get more in depth of what that means and all that stuff too.
Sure. So on this one in particular, this was a set of hand cooks, and the tires themselves were $267 a piece. So he got that $267 discount for the price of 1 tire.
Okay.
And then on the backside, he got the Ford Motor Company has an employee discount that is an extra $100 off a set of tires. So he got that extra $100 off on there.
This has got been getting like buying a car. You have to anymore with incentives. There's so many personal incentives that go out, and anytime we say, "What's your best price on a car?" I've got to know your name. I got to know your
Sure.
address. I got to know your zip code because I need to find out. You might have a special offer out there that only you got. They call them private offers, so it's kind of the same thing on these tires, kind of thing too.
So this one was a set of BFGs, and the customer got that $319 discount. That is the price of 1 tire. But then on the backside, this person happens to be active military. And you don't have to be active military. You
Just had to
have to have that IDME account. Okay. So this person had that, and he was able to get an extra $80 off stacked on top of that for the first responder discount, military discount. It's $80 for first responder or military. And then
so $20 a tire, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. And then through our manufacturers, all of these are running through the 31st, but there's a $80 rebate on Michelin. There's a $100 rebate on Goodyear's, select Goodyear's. There's the employee discount. There's the first responder discount, the military discount. And there's several other manufacturers that have some discounts with them that come in the form of a prepaid Visa card that you'll get in the mail, several weeks down the road after you put the tires on. So that's just an extra bonus on the backside of this deal.
So lots of reasons to check out your tires. We go into the last time we was going into winter, and Josh and I talked about that, how, and I'll still set this fact. This is a known fact, a proven fact, that 80% of tire failures happen in the last 20% of tread wear. So like you're going into winter and you've got that 30 seconds of tread, you got very little bit of traction. So going into winter, you need that extra tread wear depth to get your traction. Now we're going into the summertime, and now you need that extra tread depth really to dissipate the heat because these tires get hot. Running down the hot highways and stuff, they get super
coming in the rainy season.
There you go, from hydroplaning. So the temperature of a tire runs, it's different every application for what you got. Probably somewhere around 125, 130 degrees running down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Just let that temperature drop 5 pounds, and you're probably going to jump. The temperature of that tire is going to jump 20 to 30 degrees, depending on the application again. Now, everybody remember years ago when we was having Ford was having all the problem with the Explorer, we call them exploders back then. Explorers,
the Firestone tires.
The Firestone tire that was blowing out and making these people roll. Well, I got an opinion of what was going on back then, but the real problem with that is what was happening in those tires is there's a temperature rating, A, B, and C, C being the worst. There was a traction rating, A, B, and C, which C being the worst. And there's a tread wear rating on that tire too. And basically what I think was happening with those Explorers was they had a temperature C rated tire on that Explorer. Because again, a C rated tire is going to be less expensive than an A rated tire, just naturally, because it's going to be a better built tire to be able to handle the temperature. And I do believe those tires just got a little low, blew, and people overreacted.
Yeah.
And being an SUV and everything, a little top heavy and stuff like that too. But I still think it all boiled down to that tire. Well, and I will tell you that Firestone and Ford broke apart for a long time.
Yep.
It took a long time before Firestone got back on the Ford program with Ford.
Well, that's been, in the grand scheme of things, fairly recently that Firestone got back on.
Yeah. Exactly. So now we're going into summertime and it's hot out and you don't have the right temperature and right pressure in those tires. And, people say, oh, I had a blowout. I mean, we don't have blowouts anymore. Years ago, I get it. Yeah. Back in my day, Kelly, we had blowouts. But today what happens is tires get low because you can't tell they're low. You can't
Right.
walk up to it like we used to be.
Right.
Can't do it. And, I don't know if I told you this, Kelly, when I was selling tires at my dad's station and they came out with it was a fiberglass radial, very first radial tire. Okay. Of course, my dad always had to have the latest and greatest tire on his car. So we had the old 73 Buick Estate wagon, white with wood panel in the middle of it, Anyway, so we put a set of those Atlas radials on that car. We took off to go to Colorado, and there's 2 cars going. I bet we pulled over 4 times at least because my mom was in that back car, and she swore to God that tire was low because that's when they really kind of started, blowing.
Right.
But she made it, and we had CB, so that's how we, talking back.
Sure.
And she made a stop 4 times. She swears up and down that tire was low. My dad had to get out and get the air pressure gauge out. It wasn't low.
Well, back in the day, those bias ply tires, they were like,
straight square.
Like a square profile.
And you could walk up and you could tell when that thing was low.
Yeah. Yep.
So today you can't. So you can jump in your car and take off. And that's why I'm a big fan of the tire pressure monitoring systems.
Yes.
On these tires. I mean, just like even towing, now that Ford's got that in the dash, when I hook up to a trailer, that's what's in the center of my dash is the trailer tires.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Do you? I bet you do too, don't you? I mean, I've seen too many accidents. I've seen too many things happen that cause all kinds of problems. And my dad taught me, first time it's a mistake. Second time it's stupidity. So I just learned from those mistakes. It's kind of like a little inside joke. They gave me crap on the Team 3 Jake is about 3 times before Jake goes out. I'm tightening the air cleaner nut. Okay. You know why that is? You ever heard the story about this? Not me, but I was on a race team with a brand new motor.
I never think it was you.
Brand new motor. Went out and they forgot to tighten the air cleaner. I was on the crew, but I was just kind of new there. And the air cleaner blew off.
Then you're out there eating dirt.
And the worst part is the driver seen the air cleaner come off. He just kept going.
Oh.
On a brand new motor. So I learned that lesson real quick and just said, hey, I learned from that stuff. Well, I've seen trailers blow tires. I mean, I've had a couple of trailer tires blow on me.
Yep.
And I've just learned from that lesson. And I don't want to, when you think about when one blows, what's the damage to the trailer or damage to the everything else? Then the time you got sitting there waiting to get it changed.
And those trailers can get awfully squirrely when you lose a few tires.
I've seen a few of those on the old videos and stuff out there, whip a trailer and roll a truck.
Yep.
So anyway, Kelly's making fun of me on the tire pressures. But anyway, so that's why it's crucial today to make sure you have a tire. So if we've given you a multi-point inspection and you had a yellow, now it's not time to replace the tires, but now it is because of the buy 3, get 1 free, but for $1, excuse me, from that part. So you don't want to miss it and everything else too. You got your examples there too, Kelly. We had a gentleman the other day, got all excited because we yellowed his tires at 11,000 miles. Okay. And, the reason we did was because that tire on that particular car started only at 930 seconds of tread.
Mm-hmm.
Normally you got 12. Some are a lot more, but not an average. When you say average 12?
Yeah, 12, 13, something like that.
Well, this tire started at 9, but at 11,000 miles, guess how many times he rotated these tires? 0. This was his first time that we seen it in 11,000 miles, but the tires had never been rotated. Yeah. So the 2 front tires were in the yellow. Okay. Because they should be. Well, I know they should be, but they are because he's never rotated the tires. Now he's all excited, mad because Ford put a cheap tire in his car. No, sir. You didn't follow the manufacturer's recommendation of rotating these tires. And if you'd have rotated those tires, guess where it'd been?
Correct.
Oh, look at old Sheridan chiming in over here too. Sheridan's one of our quick lane managers down there. I think Phil loves his air pressures more than his pups. No, I just don't want to see the damage running down the highways. All that amounts to. So anyway, Mr. Tim Daniel surprised that I'm here today because Kelly, about 4 weeks ago on the show, maybe 5 now, might be 5. I'm not sure. I predicted no more teens in the temperature. Okay. 23 days after, we had the teens. 1 day.
Yeah.
So now I added that percentage up, and it's about 0.0045, I think, or something like that, of accuracy that I was wrong. Tim here, he won't let it go.
Well, the first step to being wrong is being able to admit you were wrong.
I got it.
You know,
I'm just going after. I should have been a meteorologist because I can. I guess I made the prediction without any scientific equipment and all that other stuff, and I missed it one day. Not bad, huh? Now I need to make another one just to back my thing up. But that's okay, Tim. We all got to have a little fun with each other too. So anyway, so hey, 316-462-3673. Kelly wants to hear from me. He wants to answer your questions about your car. So do I. You get a great price package, about over $205 for just calling in the show. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, old Sheridan there, my shop foreman, one of my shop foremans down there. He's hunched over, walking around pretty hard toward the end of the week here. He's been back there helping those guys, running tires, mounting and balancing tires.
Well, he's wore out.
And Colton, my other shop foreman's been doing alignments, and I mean all these guys down there. I have a great crew down at Quick Lane, and those guys have been working their tails off. I mean, big time. We've put in Monday, as of last night, we had mounted and balanced about 400 tires. Yeah, about 400 tires, which means we've also aligned about 100 cars over the course of that week. So a lot of work, thanks to those guys, and they knock it out of the park every time we do one of these. It's such a good deal. We gain a lot of new customers every time we do one of these, and we have a lot of return customers. I've got a lot of customers that'll come in and their tires are like half life. It'll be buy three get one.
You're gonna do it.
Let's go ahead and put a set on. Throw my old tires in the back of my truck, and I'll use them on something else, or I'll use them later.
Well,
fine.
I had this going back to my dad's days, and back then we had those radial tires, and probably the average pressure back then was 32 pounds. Okay, and we had this one guy. He said, "I want 24 in my tires, just 24. Put it in there." And my dad tried to convince me, they're going to wear out quicker, everything else like that. And he says, "I don't care. The 24 pounds of air pressure versus 32, my car rides so much smoother, so much nicer. If it wears my tires out, I don't care. I want the nice ride. I want all the stuff." And I didn't get it till I was saying the same thing. Okay, trying to tell you, you're going to wear them out faster, cost you money. I was listening to those two talk, and that guy just kept listening to my dad, and he goes, "I don't care. It rides so much nicer with 24 pounds of air." But again, today, please don't do that. Please don't open your door up. Look at what that door placard says for the pressure. Don't look at the tire, okay, because that's what the tire can hold. This is what your car needs for pressure, and go right off that door. Don't overinflate, don't underinflate. Put that pressure that car needs to have at that temperature, at that pressure, because that's what the manufacturer designed that car to do. Because now we have analog brakes, traction control, anti-sway, all these other.
It's going to give you the best stopping distance, the best fuel mileage, the best tire wear, following their recommendations.
Yeah. Anyway, Delbert popped in here with a message I did not see. I get too many messages that come across everywhere to check, but Delbert said Monday, 7:04 a.m. Morning, Phil. Looks like you're not going to lose becoming a meteorologist anytime soon. Looks like it got down to 18 degrees this morning. Glad you're still be the GM for a little while longer. So see, Tim, one day, that's all I missed it. So anyway, got to have the fun, got to have the teasing. You know what I'm saying? If we don't tease each other, it's kind of tough. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So anyway, hey, 316-462-3673. Let's get the phones ringing. Love to hear from you. Kelly, anything else happened down in there this week? I mean, no, you're doing a ton of tires.
Well, this week has been especially eventful week, because not only are we doing the tire sale, but everybody knows it's also spring break week. And when spring break goes on and school's let out, I'm pretty sure everybody comes to Mel Hambelton Ford. And hey, that's a good thing. I'm not complaining, but it does definitely put us in a deficit down there. And we do have a few folks leave a little bit upset. The wait times get a little long, everything like that. But I mean, like I said earlier, those guys, they work their tails off to try to take care of as many folks as we possibly can. I got guys staying late, guys and gals coming in on their days off to help out from that sort of thing. So it's been a very, very eventful week with the tire sales stacked on top of spring break.
Well, we had one of our good vendors and partnerships this week show up, called me about, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they needed a meeting room, and it was Provi Insurance out of Hutch.
Oh,
And I said, naturally, come on, we want to help you, want to support you. They had a situation with one of the hotels or the meeting room they couldn't have or whatever. And so I came down during their lunch break to talk to them and thank them for, coming and all that kind of stuff. Of course, they're all driving our Mavericks or our F-150s or something from that part too. But just talking to them about that, the technicians, amount of techs we have and all that kind of stuff. And we can't service all those cars because they're all over the state of Kansas and Nebraska. So sometimes we just can't get them to our shop or whatever either. But it was amazing to them to finally see it, because a lot of those cars would go pick up and deliver and bring them back. They'd never been there.
sure. We had some folks from Garden City and Colorado there as well.
Yeah. So it was neat to see those, to help ProValue with the partnership we have with with that company and everything out of Hutch. But, sometimes you just got to come see this quickly. And I use this a lot with people. Our main shop is very booked up, and I hate the wait time that we have at the main shop. But, it is what it is. But I always tell everybody, if you go to a restaurant and nobody's there. So
See ya.
So I'll give you an example. I had a friend tell me, "Hey, you've got to go here to this restaurant. It's really good." Da, 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 da. I said, "Okay, all right." So I roll in there. Okay. In the dining room, nobody's there. Setting up at the bar is 2 guys.
Mm-hmm.
I pick up the phone. I call my buddy. Say, "Hey, I don't know about this place. There's nobody here." That's why this is nobody here. He said, "I'm telling you, Phil, it's the greatest. Just stay." Within 5 minutes, the dining room's packed.
Oh, full.
I don't know how. It's just timing just right or
Yep.
whatever. So that's what I use with our shop. If there's nobody there, do you want to go eat? But if there's people waiting in line, there's a reason they're waiting in line to get taken care of and that sort of thing too. From that part. And what I'm talking about is the quality of service that we try to give you. Do we make mistakes? Yeah, we make mistakes, but we try to take care of them as fast and quick as we can.
We fix them.
I was talking to a gentleman. He has a Nissan Armada, and he has taken it to an independent tire store for a vibration. And guess what the first thing was they recommended him to do for this vibration?
Balance your tires.
No. You'd think that, wouldn't you? No. An alignment.
Oh, no.
First thing I said, alignment's not going to fix a vibration.
No.
Now, here's the worst part is so this guy doesn't know.
Sure.
Okay. So he pays for an alignment, leaves, still got a vibration. So they didn't even drive it after the fact, did they? Okay. Comes back and they said, "Oh, we need to balance the tires." He says, "Why didn't you do that the first time?"
You think?
So they balance the tires. And guess what? He leaves again. Still got a vibration.
They didn't test drive
Didn't
it.
drive-
And
so
they
for the
didn't
second
road
time.
force them.
Okay. No, I don't know if they road force them or not, but it gets better. When they finally really get dived into it and figured out what's wrong with it, he's got a ball joint that is so loose.
Oh.
Okay. That because it just gets on the bind and starts going. And I said, "Oh my God." They aligned this car with a bad ball joint. They balanced your tires. And they couldn't see that when they took that wheel off. He said, when they finally found it, I said, "I want to see this." He said, "It was so loose, it was crazy." I said, "Now think about if he'd went just a little bit longer and that ball joint would have come loose, he'd have lost control of that front wheel. And guess where he'd probably been? A ditch or hit a car or hit something too." So that's where I'm going after is, we train our technicians.
You know what would have found that ball joint being loose, Phil? You know what would have found that?
What?
A no-charge multi-point inspection.
Oh, very, very true.
Yeah.
Very true. So my point is having our technicians trained, having the proper tools and the right diagnostic stuff to give them to do their job. Now, again, we're all human. We're going to make a mistake, but it does happen. But I know that we're down there, like you just talked about your guys, and I know it too, is how well we try to take care of the customers, how well we make sure the things are done right and stuff. And that's why there's a wait. And I'm telling you, I go look at the appointments and stuff, and customers aren't canceling their appointment because they want to wait. They want to get the right service and get the job done right. And I know from your technicians to these technicians in the shop today, just like today, our main shop's closed, but I know there's probably 4 or 5 guys back there today working. just because they know how far behind we are and trying to do what they can to help some customers and stuff like that too. So,
yep. Phil Delbert says, Phil, it wouldn't be the same with you gone. That's why we love you to be there and not become a meteorologist. The dealership would not be the same without you.
I don't want to be a meteorologist if you want to know the truth. I just thought it'd be kind of cool because I hate cold weather.
Delbert, I'm gonna need you to quit on that kind of thing because his headset is not gonna fit here for too long.
That's all right. But anyway, I hate cold weather. For those you don't know, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I'd much rather have sweat running down my back than trying to get warm, because I could never get warm. Is my problem with it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate the snow on the ground. Now, if I'm going to go ski that's where Josh is at, let's go. That's a different ball game. That's where it's supposed to. That's where the snow is supposed to be.
Right.
From that part. So anyway, 316-462-3673. Let's get the phones ringing. Love to hear from you. Anything ailing your car, tires, brakes, batteries, but mainly buy 3, get the 4th tire 3 to, when's the end of the month? Is it Tuesday?
Tuesday, I believe.
So don't miss it from that part. So
not this coming Tuesday, the following Tuesday.
Yeah, still got another
week and a few days.
Yeah. So basically 6, 7, 8 days left.
Yeah. After today,
8 days left to get on in the tire situation, get it taken care of for you too. So, okay. Well, Kelly, since nobody wants to talk to you, since I think that's what it is, since you got on, I want to talk to you. I think maybe we just answered everybody's questions and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anyway, anything else to add from Quick Lane? Anything at all? I know the tire thing's a pretty huge deal stuff too. Drawing a blank, aren't you? But that's okay.
A little bit. It's just it is all about tires right now.
Yeah, I get it. So anyway, since we don't have any callers, we've talked about everything we can talk about. We look at that. I see it. Oh, man, I screwed up. Send. We got a caller. My fault. Not looking at my phone very closely. Very sorry. We're going to get Sabrina to get her on the phone. Let's see what her question might be from that part. So, all right. She's only been sitting her 2 minutes, so we're not bad. I didn't do too bad. Here we go. Hey, good morning, Sabrina. Sorry I was having you on hold there a little bit. Welcome to the Internet Show.
Thank you. So I had a question about my tires. I know that, sorry, I recently bought a 2022 Camry Hybrid, and when I bought it, it had 2 new tires and 2 tires that were kind of on the old side. And when I came in and I got an oil change and we rotated the tires and whatnot, you guys told me, hey, you'll probably need to replace them by the next time that you get an oil change, right?
Yep.
Now, my question is when I'm driving, sometimes it almost feels like the tires are slipping on that side. Is that normal, or is that just because of the tires and them needing to be replaced?
Well, Sabrina, one of the big things is we'd need to know, is your car front wheel drive, or is that all wheel drive on that Camry?
Or do you know?
I do believe it's front wheel drive.
Okay. Because that's the other thing.
And I know that the newer tires were on the front, but then, like I said, when I got my oil changed, you guys rotated them.
Sure.
And we've got to keep them, even though I love to have the best tires on the front, but you still got to rotate them just so you don't wear the edges off and to keep the wear as best you can and that sort of thing too. But when you say slipping, are you feeling that in the steering wheel? Are you feeling it as you accelerate, or when do you say?
I'm feeling it as I accelerate.
Okay. And you feel it like it's in the steering wheel? Or do you feel like it's in the whole car? Good question.
Steering wheel.
Steering wheel. So I don't know, Kelly.
We probably ought to have her come by so I can
maybe
go for a ride with you and feel what you're feeling and be able to determine what's going on with it.
And then Kelly, also make sure that it's on a front wheel drive.
Yeah.
Of course, absolutely. I think we would have caught that already and told her that too. Because Sabrina, here's the other thing about a front wheel drive versus a rear wheel drive. You have to keep all 4 tires identical in circumference, meaning the same height and tread wear
on an all-wheel drive.
On an all-wheel drive, not a front-wheel drive, but on all-wheel drive, you have to, because if you don't, what we call basically a transfer case inside there that keeps the power going to all 4 wheels, and when it gets that different ratio of circumference of the tire, one tire is going faster than the other, it can tear that transfer case apart because it's got to have a that tire is going to slip somewhere and
A
it's
lot
going
of heat and a lot of stress.
yeah. So I think we would have
Right.
caught it already that it was an all because our guys know that it's front wheel drive, all wheel drive, what you have to do there. But we still need. I want to double
Right.
check. We could have made a mistake too, and see if that's what it is from that part. But I really do think that's the best thing is come by and let's have Kelly take you for a ride and then let's inspect those other two tires and see what the tread wear is on those other two to make sure they're still good and safe
Okay.
for you. So I don't know what works for you
Okay.
from that part, whether that's today or maybe the first of the week or whatever might work. But if you want to just call into the quick lane
hmm
and ask for Kelly.
Yep. I will be there all week.
Or you can call the number
Okay.
on the screen and tell them you want to talk to Kelly at Quick Lane. Or we have a direct line to Quick Lane, which is the 316-462 instead of the 3673. It's 1450. Or if you want,
Okay.
Kelly can. I think probably the girls got your number. Maybe we could call you. Kelly could call you after the show.
Okay. That sounds like a plan.
All right, we'll have Kelly will give you a call after the show, and we'll set a time up and what works best so we can get that camera in here and we can take a look at it and see what we got.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for the call.
Thanks, Sabrina.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, and here's another thing that brings to my attention. This buy three, get the fourth tire for $1. It's not just on Fords.
Correct.
It's on any maker model, anything at all. And what it amounts to is as long as it's on the Ford tire program, tire. So that could be some trailer tires.
Yes, there are a lot of trailer
Okay.
tires on the Ford
Okay.
program.
That sort of thing. So just remember that it's not just for Fords. It's on any maker model.
One other thing I'll bring up that is different on the last couple of these promotions we've done than it was in the past. In the past, we could not do staggered tires. So your Mustangs, Challengers, Corvettes, things like that. On this sale, we can do staggered tires. And
Let's get more explicit what you're saying. I know what you mean.
staggered tires, like if you've got a car that has a narrower or shorter tire on the front and big wide tires on the rear, whatever,
Okay.
as long as they're the same
Brand.
and model of tire and everything, the same tire, just different sizes. As long as they're the same tire, just different sizes, you will get the cheaper of the two. You'll get one for free.
Okay.
And that can still qualify for the buy three, get one for $1.
A lot of Corvettes, some
Yep.
Mustangs,
Yep.
some of those different type of cars and stuff do have a different tire on the front versus the rear. And so now that does apply to this time to where
Yep.
we can take care of one. And actually the front tire is going to be the skinnier tire. So it'll be the one you just get for free as that come off
Yep.
the front.
And if you're like Mike Sheridan there and you have 4 different sizes on your vehicle, you can come in during the sale and we'll get them all matched up and everything.
He's got all
like
4
that.
different sizes on that thing, huh?
I maybe.
Hmm.
There's a chance.
Only thing we didn't see is a high school marching band. Huh. Well, I guess maybe I can call somebody, see if we can get one to come by, Mike, if you'd like that. They can play a little tune for you. How about that? So anyway, Kelly, since no one wants to talk to us, and I think it's your fault, pretty much sure. Don't want to talk to the Halstead Blue boys. Here's what we're holding our breath and we're turning blue waiting on a phone call.
Right.
So anyway, we're going to cut the a little short today. We're going to get things moving because I know you got a lot of things happening in the quick lane. I got a lot of stuff too going on. But everybody, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Don't miss the buy 3, get the 4th tire free. Any maker model car out there is available. 16 models of tires to choose from. We'll make sure we get the right speed rating, load rating, and size on your car and get them properly inflated. And then I'm going to throw one more thing in there too. I promise you what I would be doing if it was me is if I bought my 4 new tires, I would do an alignment no matter what.
Absolutely.
The first 10% of tread wear is the fastest part of that tire wear. During that process, that tire is curing out. And so if your alignment is off just a little bit, that first 10% is going to go very fast. And that's what you don't want. So I would, even though we have our alignment checkers, you drive into the service drive, that's a quick check. That's telling us, hey, yeah, we need to look at it. I would still put it on and put the heads on and make sure that toe is dialed in like a mother and everything else on those tires. And I would tell my service advisor, you make sure that technician, I want to see that printout.
Yep.
And make sure that thing is dialed in so that first 10% of that tread wear doesn't go fast from that part. So get an alignment too while you're there. Nitrogen for your tires, no brainer on that deal. Why you wouldn't do that on top of that? Keep the nitrogen, keep them tires properly inflated all the time. The more better you keep that tire inflated, the longer it's going to last. I can talk about this for hours, but we've done handled it for Okay. Did you know every tire we mount, we're inflated with nitrogen? Look at that. I forgot about that. We have nitrogen pumped everywhere in that store, don't we?
We do. We do have nitrogen pumped to our machine. So you are getting the benefit there to a point. It
Yep.
puts it to a certain percentage of nitrogen. Now, our nitrogen fill is what really bumps that thing all the way up to 97, 98% nitrogen, where you're going to see those good benefits. You know, for every 9 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 1 psi in a tire. Either way,
Either way, right?
9
Heat or
degrees
cold, right?
higher or colder, you're moving 1 psi. With nitrogen, I think at 97%, it's 17 degrees Fahrenheit to make a 1 psi change. So, is it still going to fluctuate some?
Sure.
Yes.
Not as bad.
Just not as bad.
Well, and I told him earlier on the air last week with my toter, we put 4 new Michelins on the drive axle.
I
know you did. And we put nitrogen on those tires. The front axle, which is just kind of the carrying the weight axle. Now with my tire pressure sensors on there, it's going to be cool. I thought I was going to be going to Dodge City today to practice, but we're not. So it's probably going to be another week before I can tell you what happens here. But I want to watch those tires because I have a monitoring system on that toter and see what those 4 tires do versus the other ones that don't. I think it's going to be a big difference.
Yeah.
Huge difference. So, all right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Kelly's got no more to talk about. Buy 3, get 1 4. Get in for the end of the month. Don't miss it. Get your tires ready to go for summer and be ready to go in tip-top shape. Great deal. Don't let it pass you up. And remember, all makes and models of cars, it don't matter. 16 models of tires to choose from, and we'll set you up with the right tire. And next thing is our advisors can show you what's a good tire, a better tire, and a best tire,
Absolutely.
too. And while you're getting one free, I'd be buying the best tire I could buy.
Yep.
Anyway, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next Saturday. Hey, might tune in. We might have a live show coming up Wednesday on Salt City. We do have a lot of stuff to talk about Salt City. Nick and I have been working our tails off to get that racetrack ready to go and things from that part, working with our partners at Salt City. So I know me and Nick might have to have a spot come up on Wednesday, but it also is going to be telling what's going on with Team 3J with a motor and stuff in that hot rod. So Everybody have a great Saturday. It's March Madness too, Kelly.
It is.
A lot of basketball playing, a lot of crazy basketball playing on. So everybody have fun, stay safe, and stay warm because the 19 degrees are gone.
Yeah.
Everybody have a great Saturday.
Have
we'll
a
talk
good
to you.
weekend.
You too. See you, buddy.